Thanks, Anders. Well, I introduce myself. As Anders said, my name is Claudia. I am 26 years old, and I'm from Trento, Italy, where I'm a student of social work. This is my first time in Norway. This is my first time speaking at a conference, so I was a little bit nervous. But then I saw the film of the journey in Trento, and I relaxed. I felt like home, and I want to thank you for this. Well, I have the pleasure of being here today with you to talk about Vivopositivo, la mia città. This is the association where I work in, and the meaning of the name is literally live positive in my town, in my city. The main argument of this association is to answer in the question, how could we live better in our town, in our city? Then, in 1999, the municipality of Trento, the healthcare service, and many other contexts in Trento tried to answer this question, establishing this association of social promotion called, in fact, Vivopositivo. The dream was to improve the quality of personal and social relationships in Trento as main factors influencing mental health. The aim, the mission of this association comes from a statement of the World Health Organization, from the Ottawa Charter for Health Promotion. And I'm going to read that. Health is created and lived by people within the settings of their everyday life, where they learn, work, play, and love. Health is created by caring for oneself and others, by being able to take decisions and have control over one's life circumstances, and by ensuring that the society one lives in creates conditions that allow the attainment of health by all its members. So, thanks to this declaration, they began to work, involving all the town in the process. And so we could say that all the town said, let's do it. Then somebody asked, how to do it? How could we develop a smiling town? There are three main directives. First one, involving each citizen in his own responsibility. As we read before, each citizen has the responsibility of living better with himself and the others. Second one, inviting everyone to be part of the process. Third one, making real some simple action, easy, smiling, and cheap. I'm talking about some simple action that anyone can do, simple action of our daily life. So, in this way, we started our project. Today, I have not much time to talk accurately about all the projects. And then I'm going to tell quickly about every one of them. We can start with our smiling research current, the QRI. The QRI is the Quality of Relationships Index. And this was a kind of research dedicated to the knowledge of social relationships between citizens, neighbors, relatives, co-workers, and so on. This kind of research that we realized consisted in a telephone survey with some attractive and sometimes funny questions. I give you an example. If you were ill, how many people will be willing to help you without being paid? This was an example of a question of this telephone survey. Another example. How many people will feel sorry if you have to leave to stay alone in another city or nation away from everyone? Well, thanks to this survey, this research gave us a realistic and scientifically proved picture of relationships among Trento dwellers. Anyway, let's see another project, passing to our Smiling Scenes current. During these years, since 2002 until today, we tried to analyze the quality of relationships among the Trento dwellers. And we wanted to analyze the atmosphere in many landmarks of Trento. And we did it thanks to our project, Here We Smile. Here We Smile consisted in sending volunteers in many symbolic landmarks of Trento. And they analyzed the atmosphere inside these landmarks. They went in the shops in the city center, in public offices, in the hospital ward, on buses, in call centers. And they analyzed, they listened to, they sniffed that, they observed what was happening in that office. And in the end, they gave a comment about the atmosphere breathed inside that office. At the end of the project, most smiling places received a window sticker. Here we can see an example of a copy of the window sticker with Here We Smile, il sorriso è qui di casa, in Italian language. And they have been rewarded with a certificate of smiling office. And they have been rewarded during a public event with media. And they were really surprised and satisfied about this project because they felt rewarded by doing something they used to consider normal, absolutely normal, spontaneous. Now, I pass to another project, our 7 commitments on the Smiling Deals current. The 7 commitments are some little hints given just like deals for everyone. And I'm going to show you every one of them. Criticize the behavior, not the person. I give you an example from my life. When I have a date with my friends, I am always late. And I'm talking about a big delay. I'm very, very late every time. And one day, a friend of mine said, Claudia, sweetheart, you're so nice, kind, and you're such a good friend for me, but I can't stand your being so late. And I appreciated that. Second one, find at least one thing you like in a person you don't like. I give you another example. Every morning, I go out with my dog in a park, and every morning I see a man. He's always serious, black dressed, almost angry. I don't like him. But he has a wonderful dog that plays with my dog in the park. So I found at least something I like in a person I used to don't like. Third one. Let the others know better what you appreciate in them. Another example. Every time my mom bakes a pie, she fills the whole house of a delicious smell. And maybe I'm in my room studying or chilling out, relaxing, listening to music. I feel this smell and I need to go to her, give her a hug and say, oh, Mom, you're so sweet, just as the cake you bake. Fourth one, set realistic and challenging objectives and try to reach them. Another example, I'd love to sing. But when I do it, there is not a good experience for who is listening to me. Oh, no, you're laughing, but you should be listening to me. Well, I set an objective for me. I will learn to sing. I don't know when, I don't know how, but one day I will. Maybe I will when I will get my university degree and I will have much time to study. Fifth one, improve the interpersonal relationships of your neighborhood. This is really simple. Let's talk with our neighbors. Maybe starting from a good morning, then passing to an how are you today, and so on. This is really simple, but nobody does. Sixth one, make one more smile. This is the most simple deal. We have a smile on our face. Let's use it. Let's make one more smile during our day. Don't you agree? Why we don't? Seventh, if you have any problem, join a group of self-help or develop it. Don't be an ostrich. This is simple. Don't hide your problem. You know what an ostrich is, don't you? That bird that hides his head in the ground when he's scared. We don't have to be ostriches. All these deals have been given just like a deal for everyone. And to let every citizen know about this commitment, everyone has been reported in a totem, as you can see, and placed around the center of Trento and other towns. In this way, we draw something like a path, a way that every citizen could follow and decide to make a deal with himself and the others to live better, from the 1st to the 7th. Now, I'm going to tell you about other smiling projects we realized. Starting from the dream store, that in Italian language is La Bottega dei Sogni. We realized this project in 2006-2007. The smiling store was not a real store or a shop, but this was simply a tube. This tube, as you can see in these pictures, inside this tube, every citizen could enter and write down his proper dream in a closet. You know, every human being has a dream in a closet. Maybe have a bigger house, or the peace in the world, or to become a doctor, or maybe have a full night's sleep, something simple like that. Inside the dream store, everybody could enter and write down his proper dream. They could publish it on the wall of the store and keep a copy with them, bring it home, and try to make it real in the next years. Going back, the Smiling Voices contest. The Smiling Voices contest was a popular casting of smiling voices. In this way, each citizen who would like to perform his voice could record it, maybe recording a smiling spot or one of the 7 commitments, and then listen to it, publish it on the radio frequency. This Smiling Voices contest, that in Italian language is La tua voce per un sorriso, has been realized in 2009. Passing to another, Smiling Faces contest. The Smiling Faces contest, that in Italian is Guarda chi sorride, has been realized in 2010, and it was an effective contest of smiling faces. This has been realized among children, adolescents, adults, and families. And now I'm going to show you the picture of the winners of this contest. Here we can see upside the winner between the children's grade, above on the left. Then here we can see the winners between the adolescents. The couple was the winner for adults grade, no, family grades, I'm sorry. And this funny fireman was the winner for adults grade. All the winners have been rewarded during a public event with symbolic prizes. A coupon for a toy shop, an MP3 player, a coupon for a free dinner in a typical restaurant, and a coupon for a well-being center. They appreciate that pretty much. Now, I go back. What is happening? Okay. Right. Our last project, we realized the adverse fine, that in Italian language is multa al contrario. We realized this in 2011, and it is still going on. I'm going to show you the ticket of the adverse fine. The adverse fine was a very important project, maybe one of the most famous we realized in the last years. This has been realized with the urban police of Trento, and it consisted in a traditional fine, something that we receive when we do something we mustn't. Maybe crossing the street with a red light or parking where it's forbidden. With the adverse fine, the police officers imposed an adverse fine every time they saw a good behavior practiced by citizens or bikers or cyclists or drivers. I give you an example of good behaviors that have been rewarded. 3 children in a rainy day found a wallet in the street. They pick it up, they wrapped it in a towel to keep it dry, and they brought it in safe at school all the day. And in the end, they took it to the police to find its owner. This was an example of good behavior, and they received the adverse fine. Another example, in a winter night, a man was driving, returning home, and he saw an accident. Well, he stopped his car, he dressed his reflective jacket, and helped the police vacating the street. There were 40 grades minus 0. It was really cold. But he did it, and he received the adverse fine. All these people that received the adverse fine have been rewarded with also them with symbolic prizes, like a free bus ticket for a month. But they appreciated that pretty much. Always because they felt rewarded by doing something they could consider normal, nothing special. This is a copy of the fine. So the police officer write down the dates of the person and give this fine. Now, concluding, I would like to tell you about the Smiling Towns Network, that in Italian language is La Rete delle Città del Sorriso. This network has been realized thanks to many other Italian contexts that have been interested in Vivopositivo's objectives. And the aim, what the networks want to do is to share some little thoughts, some little actions, some little best practices we carry out, just to share them. What I want to tell you is this. This network is completely free. We have a lot of Italian towns inside the network, but we will be glad to welcome even the Arendal town inside this network, or many other Norwegian towns inside this network. So, if you like it, join us. Thanks for your attention.